Hi there, dear loving soul. Welcome back to part 2 of the video series on birthday wishes. And this is the part where we're going to talk about the application. How can you come up with the most perfect, appropriate, fit for purpose birthday wishes for the birthday boy, birthday girl in your life. Now, part 2, I use the Holy Trinity of love in my world, which is talking about thinking love, speaking love, and doing love. Okay, so there are 3 things that you are able to do. One is thinking love, okay? So something else, I've introduced one weird thing that I do in part 1, which is collect birthday cards in my life that have, people have sent my way. But the other thing that I do, I am very good at remembering birthdays. And of course there are people who I have not been kept in touch with, or, schoolmates, people that you have, fallen out, things change, things move on. But for some reason I've always recalled their birthdays, or if you're not so good at remembering birthdays, you might get a pop-up on your calendar, your Facebook to say, hey, such and such's birthday's today. Now, you can always think well for them, right? And I have come to make sure that I do this in my life, that I remember it's such and such birthday is today. Even if I don't send them a message, I still send them good wishes. I send them a happy birthday in my mind, because I think there's power in those words, and send a few wishes their way. Health, happiness, joy, a lovely day, a lovely year ahead. As well as pray for them. If you pray, if you're accustomed to praying, I think a prayer is an act of love, and you can pray for them, ask the God and angels, archangels, guardian angels to send beautiful blessings and abundance and the gifts that that person requests for or asks. You can even pray for that person's prayers to actually come to fruition, and that's, a little that you can do. So think love is you can actually send great wishes for that birthday boy, birthday girl that you recall, or it's their birthday. Speaking love, of course, if you get that one-to-one time on with the birthday boy or girl on their birthday, be that in person or a video call or even just an audio call, say them out loud, right? Say those birthday wishes out loud. I think there's a little bit more force when your wish goes from a thought form to speech. There's sound behind it. I think there's more force and more attention and more power in that frequency. So if you're able to do that, please, speak your wishes out loud for the benefit of the birthday boy or girl. The doing love, a variety of ways, right? One of it is writing a birthday card, right? So you put your wishes in a written form. You might be willing to send them a message, a text message, a messenger, WhatsApp, whatever it is that you use. Another way of doing love of birthday wishes that I think is a powerful one, if you're willing to acquire some kind of gift for the birthday boy or girl in your life, you might actually be manifesting their wish, if you know what they desire, into reality by actually doing them love, by transferring their birthday wishes into a physical form, a gift of some sort. But I'm more, the whole video series here for me is I'm targeting birthday wishes rather than gifts. But whatever we discuss here, during part 1, part 2, and part 3, you might be inspired to actually come up with a birthday gift using this tool that we're about to jump into. So thinking love, speaking love, and doing love. A variety of ways you can send your wishes to the birthday boy or girl in your life. Now, here's the tool. Think about that person and think about their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects. Okay, so 4 categories. I'll repeat those again. Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. If you break it down into those buckets, you might be able to come up with the most perfect birthday wishes for your loved one. Okay, and you can think about them, speak them, or write them down, or send them a message. Physical, right? Have a think about them as what they look like right now, or perhaps you might have a memory of what they used to look like. Is there anything about their appearance, their physical appearance, that you may want to wish them about? Send them some positive thoughts on that regard, right? Beauty, happiness. I want to see more smiles in your life. I want you to feel, I want to see a smile and your eyes sparkle, for instance, those sorts of wishes. Is it of the physical reality could also be something that is surrounding them, right? So not their physical body, not how they appear, but what surrounds them. So they might be in need of their first home, you know, a roof over their head, or a vehicle, you know, if that's something that they wanted, or more, you know, smaller things that they're desiring, like arts and crafts, if they're into that, or if they're a musician, some kind of musical instrument, or even a book, whatever it might be. It might be things that they have attracted to, that they love, and you know that person best. So there's something in that physical reality that they're after or they desire, and you know that about them. Wish them through the power of your words that I wish that you acquire XYZ, or you have the ability to, or that comes into your life. Just think about the physical reality. So it's physical appearance, but like the body, but also the external circumstances, right? What is it about them in their life that they may lack, and therefore you wish them to have that, or they might have it or already, or they may wish for an upgrade, or they may need an upgrade in, you know, a particular thing. So you wish that, or you wish that to them. You might even be inspired, if you're into a birthday card, you might be inspired to get a birthday card that has the images or drawings or symbols of that physical reality on the actual card. So kind of like a physical representation of whatever wish that you have for them. Now, if we talk about the mental for a moment, right? So physical, mental. So it's all about mental thoughts, intelligence, wisdom. Is there anything that you can send them in terms of your wishes or wish in your mind to help them with their intelligence, with their wisdom, with acquiring more better connection, you know, like that thought process, to get them to come up with solutions to whatever issues or problems that they might be experiencing in their life? You might want to ponder about that actually, and send them you know, words of wisdom. If there's some wisdom that you have to share, or you can share with them, and you think they might benefit from it, send them those wishes. Share your story, and that may, as a result, actually help them on their journey into the new year of their life. Is there anything else in connection with, you know, mental elements that may come to your mind that might serve them well? And so education, learning, you know, development, that comes to my mind, especially if you're sending a message to like kids or children, teenagers, young adults going through a tertiary institution and getting more training and whatnot. They might need that mental capacity to keep going, to have enough energy to keep going, to absorb the information that they're acquiring. And you might want to wish them to make sure that that learning is as easy, the journey is as smooth and easy as it can be for them, and that they're effectively like a sponge, absorbing everything that they need to absorb in a particular phase of their life. So that's, yeah, the intelligence, the mind aspect of it. And if you're aware that the boy or girl may have been going through a bit of a challenging time in their life, they may be suffering from, you know, mental health related issues, be that temporary or more long term. When thinking about mentals, is there anything you can say to boost their state, to cheer them up, to make them feel like there's sunshine in their life? You might want to wish that to them by saying, I wish that there is more sunshine in your daily life that illuminates the path forward for you, to know exactly what steps you need to take next in your life to get you out of the circumstances you find yourself in. I surely hope that happens to you, you know, in the near future. So things like that might be helpful. Now if we jump into the emotional element, right, this is the feelings world. Now you know your birthday boy and girl best, and likewise if you don't, if it's an individual that you're not so close with, ask or pray whoever it is that you believe in to send you some guidance, to say send you some guidance on what you can say on an emotional level to help that person. Send them words of encouragement, support, courage, you know, peace, tranquility, confidence. That would be a boost for them, you know, and for that person to feel better, to feel more positive. Don't forget to say things, if that resonates with you, of course, that you love them, that you're proud of them, that you're happy for them, like you've been reflecting on their journey up to this point, and you're proud of them, of all the things that they've achieved, and you're so confident that they have the right energy, the right competencies, skills to keep growing and learning and going through this lifetime, tackling all the life lessons that they have set out to achieve before they were born. And that might on an emotional level actually boost them up, the fact that you're pouring in your heart, that you're speaking from your soul, from your emotional body, that you're saying things that are just so wonderful and positive, and ultimately it's coming from the heart. They will feel that heart in the words that you write for them or you speak out loud to them, and that will boost them up, put them up on a higher frequency, make them feel appreciated and loved and protected and safe and happy, which is a great way to start your birthday, right? Or the next few days after your birthday, which is the beginning of the new year in their life. And then ultimately, if we talk about the spiritual, right? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. I am really talking about that spirit that we are, because remember we have spirits having a human experience. What is it that their soul may desire? I am something I've been doing for a long time. When I blow out the candles on my cake, I wish to be aligned with my spirit, with the spiritual journey that my spirit has set out to achieve, to make sure that I get all the guidance and support and the right connections and people and circumstances to ensure that whatever milestones, whatever lessons, whatever goals I have set out to achieve in my lifetime, I am guided towards that. So it's a very spiritual wish, and I wish it to myself when I blow out my candles, but that's something that you could perhaps share or write in a birthday card or send them a message to ensure that you send and wish that whatever that birthday boy or girl, whatever their spirits have come to experience in this planet Earth and in this lifetime, that comes into fruition, and that they send all the right physical signs, evidence, the right people and connections into their lifetime in order to concoct the right circumstances for the lessons, the milestones to be achieved, to be met. Because ultimately, I actually think that kind of goes to the crux of feeling like you're living a fulfilling life, is that if the lessons that you have set out to learn and achieve actually come into fruition, and if you can wish that to your loved one, to the birthday boy or girl in your life, then that's excellent, right? And likewise, something else that comes to mind on the spiritual side, if there's a prayer that you can write for their benefit, or say out loud, or in your mind, or if you're not comfortable doing that to their life, in reality, as I mentioned before, when you're talking about thinking loud, at least you can pray for them, send them some wishes, and I'm sure that will do a lot of good on the spiritual level. Now, something that I'm drawn to show to you is this book that I found. It's called Color Astrology. So you've got astrology, right, which is your zodiacs and all that jazz. You've got excuse me, color astrology. Sorry, I might just have a drink. Now, in this book, you see there's so many colors. There's a day for each color. So each a day of the year. So for instance, March 31. There's this lovely purple vibrant color, jacaranda. You gotta know your shades. Then, for instance, you've got another color. This is April 22 and 23. The dark purples and the lavenders. And so, this whole book is all about effectively informing you that there's a color attributed or associated to a particular birthday, and that's fantastic. Now, I'm not wearing my color. I'm November 11, so I've got this color, this Malaga color. It's not what I'm wearing at the moment, but I'm more, the way I'm dressed today, I'm more like a November 10 kind of girl. But the reason I brought this up is there's a lot of tools out there that you can use in order to help you figure out the most perfect birthday wishes, or you might even use this as a birthday gift idea. Let's think about colors, right? There might be a certain element, or like a color, or an element, or a crystal, or a so crystal colors, that might resonate for the day of the birth of the person that you are wanting to send wishes to. Have a go at doing a little bit of research, just a Google search away, punch in the birthday, you can say birthday and colour scheme, or crystal, or stone, or animal, totem, or a plant, and whatever you're drawn to, and just read a little bit about, get some more information about that search and that birthday and that element or aspect, animal, colour, whatever it is that you searched, because that might get you to actually think about more customized wishes for your birthday boy or birthday girl. It's another tool that I use in my life, is to just kind of think a little bit outside the box, be more in tune with the actual birthday of that person, because there are certain associations in different bits and bobs that apply for a person's birthday, and that might get you to think a little bit more what you might want to wish for them, a colourful life, or reading a little bit about a particular crystal, so if you're drawn to crystals, you might Google what that crystal means, what it stands for, and in that research, in that reading, in that comprehension, you might be inspired to send birthday wishes that are in alignment with that particular crystal. That's just an example, right? So I'm going to wrap up part 2 there, and please click on the link down below. Actually, before we go to part 3, which is messages from the spirit world on this topic, I do want to mention that I do very much love birthdays. I even started a business to do with birthdays, where I create custom birthday cards and invitations and goodie bags and things like that, and there's going to be more coming in due course. It's called Birthday Stuff. I am going to leave a link down below to our Facebook page. If you're inspired to have a look at that, please do so. Like it if you like the content, and if you need a bit more inspiration as to birthday wishes or birthday related ideas or suggestions, that's where you might be able to find it, Birthday Stuff, alright? Now, it's not a shameless plug. I'm doing it because I want to kind of relay the point that I love birthdays, and hopefully this video series has brought value to you in order to be able to come up with some perfect birthday wishes for your loved ones, so that next time you don't get that moment of, what do I say? Or, and then you spend hours concocting a message in your head. At least you've got a tool now that might be helpful to you to write the most perfect birthday wishes. Alright, on that note, I'll see you in part 3. Click on the link down below.